Hello students, welcome to social science class of 8th grade. Today we will learn history 8th chapter, the Guptas and Vardhanas. In this chapter you will learn the important Gupta rulers and their political achievements, their contribution to literature and science, the famous rulers, expansion and growth of Gupta empire, the growth of Vardhanas and their contributions to literature and education. To know the extent of Gupta Empire in the map of India. After Mauryas and Kushanas, the empire of Guptas arose. Guptas were the feudatory rulers of Kushanas. They were ruling in the present Uttar Pradesh and established the base for a vast empire after the decline of Kushanas. Their rule kept North India united from 335 CE to 455 CE. The Gupta dynasty came into power by 275 CE. Sri Gupta is the founder of this dynasty. They started their rule from Prayag. Later, Guptas made Pataliputra as their capital. Pataliputra remained the capital of vast Gupta empire. Guptas encouraged religion, art, literature and science during their period. So, Gupta period is called as the golden period in Indian history. The sources which are useful to know about Guptas are: first one, pillar inscription of Allahabad. This inscription was inscribed by Harisena. This is in Sanskrit language and has been inscribed on Ashoka's pillar, and it gives the information about the achievements of Samudragupta. Pillar inscription of Mehroli. This inscription belongs to the period of Guptas, established by Chandragupta II, and it mentions Chandragupta's authority over northwestern India, Vishakadatta's Mudra Rakshasa, and Devi Chandragupta. Vishakadatta was a Sanskrit poet and playwright. His works also give the information about the Gupta period. Rajashekhara's poetics. Rajashekhara was an eminent Sanskrit poet, dramatist and critic. He was the court poet of Gurjar Pratiharas. He wrote the Kavya Mimamsa, which give the information about Gupta period. Kalidasa's literary works. Kalidasa was a famous Sanskrit poet and dramatist. He belonged to the period of Guptas. He was the court poet of Chandragupta II. His literary works whereas Raghuvansha, Kumarasambhava, Meghaduta, Ritusamhara gives the information about Gupta period. Kaumudi celebration of Vichike. She was a famous poetess and daughter-in-law of 7th century Chalukya king Pulkeshi II. She wrote Kaumudi celebration which gives the information about Gupta period. Lastly, the writing of Fahian and Yizing. Fahian, a Chinese pilgrim who visited India during the reign of Chandragupta II. He travelled through the Gupta Empire and also wrote down his impressions about India. Yizing, he was a Chinese Buddhist monk famed as a traveller and translator. His accounts of his travels is an important source for the history of medieval kingdom. The kings played a major role in making Guptas politically strong. Chandragupta I is identified as the first historical person of Guptas. He married Licchavi princess Kumaradevi. This strengthened the status and power of Guptas. With the ascendance of Chandragupta to throne in 390 to 320 CE, the Gupta era started. After Chandragupta, we see his son Samudragupta. His achievements have been commemorated in the Allahabad pillar inscribed by Harisena. Harisena, he was the court poet of Samudragupta. This is in Sanskrit language and has been inscribed on Ashoka's pillar. Most part of India was under the rule of Gupta during the time of Samudragupta. His Ashwamedha Yaga brings to mind the Vedic rituals and traditions. Ashwamedha is a horse sacrifice ritual. It was used by ancient Indian kings to prove their imperial sovereignty. A horse accompanied by the king's warriors would be released to wander for a period of 1 year. If the horse entered a foreign country, its ruler had either to fight or to submit. If the horse was not captured during the year, it was victoriously brought back to the capital, accompanied by the rulers of the lands it entered, and then sacrificed at a great public ceremony, which was accompanied by much feasting and celebration. Samudragupta was not just a conqueror but a great poet and a lover of music too. His passion for music can be seen in the gold coins which depict him playing on the veena. After Samudragupta, his successor Chandragupta II expanded the kingdom. He defeated the Shakas and made western India as a part of Gupta Empire. He developed relationship with many Indian royal families through marriage and became very influential. He earned the title of Vikramaditya. His reign is memorable more for encouragement given to literature and art rather than for its battles. The famous Sanskrit poet and dramatist Kalidasa belonged to this age. Meghaduta, Raghuvancha, Kumarasambhava and Ritusamhara are his poems. Abhijnana Shakuntala is one of his noteworthy dramas. Shudraka's Murchakatika and Vishakadatta's Mudra Rakshasa are the other literary works of this period. The Gupta Empire was subjected to continual attacks of the Huns and thus soon declined. The Guptas did not have a fully equipped large army. The king's vassals would fulfill the requirements during the times of war. Hence, the vassals and become very powerful. The bureaucracy, means the government, consisted of Kumara Amatyas. They had various positions. The administration was decentralized. The priests received many grants. They would be granted many villages. Many temples saw development. Due to this, these areas not only enjoyed financial and administrative concessions but also became independent in all matters. Over a period of time, the inhabitants, farmers, artisans began to be controlled by the landlords. So, because of this reason, society grew more and more complex. During this period, the trade that the Guptas had with the Westerns collapsed. Consequently, their economic system suffered. The restrictions imposed on their empire affected their internal trade also. Trade was limited to villages. So, the collapse of trade led to the decline of the city centers. But the period witnessed great heights in the creation of various devotional and religious texts like the Puranas and Dharma Shastras. Varahamihira, Bhaskara, Aryabhata, Charaka, and Sushruta were the great scientists of this time. Varahamihira, Bhaskara, and Aryabhata made significant contributions to the study of astrology, astronomy, and mathematics. Charaka wrote Charaka Samhita. Sushruta wrote Sushruta Samhita, which dealt with surgery. Students, today we learnt about Guptas. In next session, we will learn about Vardhana dynasty.